Arizona where it's 110 degrees and raining. But it's a dry rain. It's a dry rain.
It's a dry rain.
Yeah, I was just in Riverside. It was like it was over 100 degrees, man. It's and by the way, I've been to Riverside, I don't know, 100 times, never seen a river.
It's
I mean,
there.
why not just call it Oceanside, so long as we're lying? I don't know. How are these regional jokes holding up in Kansas, Richie? Are they coming across?
Arkansas.
No, you're Arkansas. Yeah, same thing, man. Same thing.
Hey, Kansas is in Arkansas, so.
Yeah, Kansas is the greater Arkansas area in my public school knowledge. Yeah, my mom, she is, and Lynn, I couldn't move you over, by the way. I'm not able to move people over completely.
Jason, can you see her?
I can't see her, Mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Zoom, we pay them, I think it's $185 a month, and yet basic features not working. My mom has an eye vacuum, everybody. It's like, she calls it Rosie, meet George Jetson. And the robot, the point of this robot is it's supposed to take vacuuming off your plate. But what it really does is make you think about vacuuming 24/7 every damn day. I mean, it's beeping. You're stepping over it. The dog's freaking out. We go to lunch and it texts her, Rosie is on a cliff. It was stuck on a rug. What a drama bot. I don't know. And the same day it knocked over a plant. I'm like, yeah, Mom, this is way easier than just vacuuming. You're right. This is total. Too much technology, man. All these people buying Pelotons, $3,000 Pelotons.
Crazy.
I don't know. I feel like, they advertise it. They say it makes you feel like you're outside. Or you can go outside for free. I feel like it's like the most expensive bandwagon ever. You guys, you remember the mullet? You remember the Macarena Crocs? Peloton is just that with more zeros at the end. Too much tech.
Yep.
Well, it's good. Patty and I went to a museum and they have an app where when you look at the exhibit, you also look down and you do more reading. So even at the museum, we're still on our phones the whole time. Like you just can't escape it anymore. Speaking of which, I have a few helpers behind the scenes and I just want to give a shout out. Thank you, Cindy, and thank you, Susie and Scott. You guys are helping us out. I needed the protection tonight, and Julia's also helping. All hands on deck. And, these shows may have to start either happening on a weekday or just once a month because I'm having to turn down work in order to keep the show, which I'm happy to do, but I can't afford to do that too often. So long as you guys keep coming, we're going to keep doing it. I love connecting with you in this way. And we get to see comics that we wouldn't normally get to see, which is another part of it. And kind of an intimate atmosphere. Am I selling it? You already bought the ticket. Never mind. Oh, I got to share this. I have to share this. During the shutdown, I was home every day and I started to get that, get off my lawn. Like things in the neighborhood started bugging me. But one of them was the dog next door. And it would bark literally 6 hours a day without a breath. Row, 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 row. And it's 20 feet from me. I couldn't work. I had to take Zooms in the other room. And I don't know, if somebody walked outside and just yelled for 6 hours, hey, 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 we'd do something, right? We'd make a call, right? So we were totally defenseless. And I love dogs, but we got an automatic dog whistle, didn't work. We got the sprayed repellent to make them associate us with a bad odor. That didn't work. We lit a candle and prayed. And then a few times I actually had to knock on the door. It was I just couldn't take it anymore. And then they wouldn't answer. They were so, I don't know. They were a little prickly. We're going to say prickly. That's a little cactus reference for you, Mom and Dan. Yeah. I don't know. And then sometimes they would argue at night and we could hear them. Yeah, why don't you tell that to your friend Carla? Slam. I'm like, Somebody needs to see a counselor over there,
Yeah.
preferably Caesar Milan.
Oh, okay.
I was joking about how I wanted to put a love note on the doorstep so that one of them would move, and then we'd have a 50-50 chance they'd take the dog with them. But what we really did, Patty and I held hands, and Patty goes, "I just wish they would move." We were like praying, literally. And I go, "No, honey, they just bought the house 3 months before. I'm going to pray that she gets pregnant and stays home all the time, because that would also stop the problem." And we went on our merry way. And then one day I get back from a trip, and you will never guess what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walk into the house, "Honey, I got the neighbor pregnant." Yeah. And she's like, "No, Mom, he's a comedian. He's just joking." No, that's not how we roll. But good luck to their kids, or their child. I'm sure the baby will solve all of their domestic issues.
Oh, yeah.
But I know they're already neglecting the dog. What else could go wrong? I don't know. Kids are funny because kids absorb everything. They're so impressionable. I was teaching my nephew the thumbs up, and I go, "That means you're doing great." So one day we pass a hitchhiker in the car. He's like, "You're doing great." And hitchhiker responded, "Oh yeah, well you're doing." The nephew's like, "What does that mean?" "That means you're number one, buddy. You're number one." So what else? I've been working on cruise ships, and it's nice to be home. I saw a medevac evacuation for the first time, and if you haven't seen one, I highly recommend it. Everybody was fine. I think it was a diabetes issue, but they said everybody ended up being okay. And half the people, they didn't even know what was happening. They're like, "Wow, I wonder how much that excursion cost." Ladders floating away. Depends on your copay. That's the 20,000. But the nicest thing about being home is I get to go to the store, and we take so many things for granted. 4G falling out of the sky for nothing. Oh, like a bubble bath of internet connectivity. Oh. I went to TJ's. That's what we locals call it, TJ's. And and those are obviously my people, the guy with frosted tips here. But yeah, people ask me where stuff is. I'm like, "Oh yeah, the shipment comes in on Tuesday. That's in the back there." The clerks though, they get too up in your grill with their I get the guy that's like going through your groceries, analyzing them, like, "Boop. Oh, looks like someone's going to a party. Oatmeal. Have you tried these in oatmeal? It's really good for your cholesterol." He goes, "Are you working today?" "Yeah, I am. Are you?" Got up in his grill. That's right. I bought bananas in case I wanted one in that 5-minute window when they're actually good.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like I've got a learning disability. What do I throw away? 4 out of 5? That's all banana.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all banana bread is. People trying to salvage a bad investment. Now I bought grapes, and I get them home, and I go pop one in, and it had seeds.
Oh.
Seed. Didn't we not eradicate this problem? I thought that went out with polio and lickable stamps.
Yeah.
I felt like I got punked. Yeah, whoever's naming the apples, they need to chill out. They need to take a step back because they're trying way too hard. You got Gala, it's a party. Ambrosia, food of the gods. Pink Lady. Comes with a little tiara. Like, are these your dancer names?
Please cite me.
Cameo by Chanel. The only honest apple in that whole bunch, Granny Smith.
Yeah.
Green, it's sour. Get off my lawn. Stop barking already.
That's right.
When I was a kid, my mom wouldn't let me eat sugar for a while. And that's child abuse, right? Right, everybody? On her birthday?
Definitely.
Yeah, but the other kids that were having Cocoa Puffs and, Cap'n Crunch, and I had the two shredded wheat, not the little cute ones, but the bales of hay. Like, no, Mom, it's great, really. I'll just mash in the black bananas. It'll be fine. She gave us shredded wheat because she thought it was good for us, but only because it said it on the box. It says on the box of shredded wheat, it says may reduce the risk of heart disease. All right. Why don't you get back to us when you're sure? I'll be eating my Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Well, hey, this is great. You guys, you dialed it in. We did this without Tony. I have such good helpers, and I didn't even mention my lovely soulmate downstairs, who's really the most helpful of all. So thanks, love, and thank you, Julia, for stepping in. Are you guys ready to keep this train rolling here?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a great.
Yeah.
We had a. Thank you for your enthusiasm, Nancy and Misty. We had a little shifting of the talent, but these people were going to be on the show anyway, so you're just seeing them sooner than you would have. Your first comedian, she was on the lineup, super funny. I have worked with her in clubs and colleges across California and into the greater Western region. Put your hands together for my friend, Christine Little.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Before I start, I just want to give a shout out to my girl, Linda. Keep up the good work. Keep staying alive. Happy birthday. All right.
Thank you.
Ooh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You guys are a lively, bright audience. I love it. Let's see. What can I tell you guys? You guys seem like a nice group of people. So I'll share something personal with you. You've earned it. I am recently sober.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Good girl.
Thank you.
job.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Yeah, I'm sober from pills, birth control. So, you guys, I just got too addicted to that feeling of not being pregnant, and now I'm ready for something different. Yeah. It also didn't hurt that my doctor's office called me with opinions about it. I heard someone call. He said, yeah, this is the doctor's office. We see that you are still on birth control and you are over 30 in Los Angeles. We just wanted to let you know you don't have anything to worry about.
Oh.
It is what it is. It's show business. There's no business like show business. Yeah, so I do love LA, even though it is very ageist. Okay, it is ageist, but I think it's great. I live in a part of LA that's not known for being very nice, though. Are you guys familiar with Beverly Hills?
Okay, I guess.
You have heard of it? You heard of it? Okay, I don't live there.
I don't know how I look.
Not you. I live in a place called Van Nuys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some nasty nisers in here. I love it.
Golly girl.
If you guys aren't familiar with Van Nuys, okay, it is like the free section of Craigslist. I like it just formed a city. I don't know. Yeah. But I am proud to say that I do own here in the beautiful city of Venice. Van Nuys. If you say it fast enough, it sounds like Venice, and that's more acceptable. Let's just face it. But yeah, so I do own here, and a lot of people, they do get impressed when I tell them that I own in Los Angeles County. They're like, "Oh my God, Christine, that's so cool! You own in LA. You're so pretty." And but it is hard work and responsibility. Like the hardest part for me about being a homeowner is figuring out how to consistently bring that up during conversation. So that I can feel better about myself. And I don't do it to be a mean bully or anything. It's just that I get a little jealous. Like a lot of my friends, they're married, they have kids. Like most of my friends, not most of them, a couple of them are on their second marriages. Like I haven't even had my first one yet. I haven't even had my starter marriage and they're lapping me. So I'd like to be married. Like if I had the choice between a brand new husband and a brand new condo, I would definitely choose a brand new husband if he came with a property of equal or greater value. I think if you're still single by a certain age, they should just give you a condo. It should be a government program. You're like, how old are you? You're 34? Okay, come pick out your condo. Yeah. Not going to be in a nice neighborhood, but it is going to have plenty of room for all your cats, you lonely piece of crap. But that's fine, I think. But Van Nuys, I will say it's got its own scene. It is a crime scene, but it's mine. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. I'm an actress. I'm a comedian. I'm just saying the same thing over and over. And cool thing about LA is like there's opportunities all around you, but you always got to be on because you never know who's watching. I'll give you an example. One time I was singing in public and this guy came up to me and he said, wait a second, that voice, have you ever thought about shutting the heck up? And I did. You never know who's watching. You gotta be on your game. Okay. I did book a commercial though. He can't take that away from me. He can't take it away from me. I booked a commercial, but I would be more excited about that commercial if they wanted more of me in it than just my hands. I do child size hand modeling, so these babies played a little boy's hands in a Target commercial. What? I am an actor with my entire being, not just my hands. And I wanted the director to know that. So I was like, what do you want me to do with my hands? You want me to put my face in them? He didn't. He did not. He told me to get out of the shot. I was like, that's fine, but you don't need to talk to me like my face is the other two members of Destiny's Child. Okay. Someone messaged me and said 2 things you never get rid of: herpes and a condo in Van Nuys. I guess that's a valid comparison. Valid comparison. Thank you for that. That was from my doctor. I almost got robbed not too long ago. Yeah. At Sephora because they're so expensive. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah.
They are expensive,
Yes.
fellas. If you don't know what Sephora is, it's a makeup store, okay? And I went in there to get some foundation. Now, fellas, if you don't know what foundation is, women, okay, we paint our faces, right? The same color as our face. We're like, this is what my face looks like. I dare you to say it's not. I'll stab you. Right. Now, usually you can get a good bottle of face paint at the drugstore this big, $8, $10. Sometimes I'll splurge and pay something crazy like $16 for some face paint. And even then I'm like, whoa, Christine, you need to chill the heck out. You haven't booked a hand job in a long time. Oh my gosh. I realize how that sounded.
Oh,
So I go into Sephora, right? And this lady shows me a bottle of face paint this big. And she tells me it's $54. Now, people don't usually think that's a lot of money. So I tell you what I heard. What I heard was it's $754. And she must have seen the expression on my face because she was like, it is an investment. That's not an investment. I don't think you understand what an investment. Photoshop is an investment. You know, my condo, for an example. I don't know if you know this, but I do own. That is an investment. Okay. But I did get what I need though, because if you go to Sephora and act interested in their products, they will put them on you for free. And fun fact, this is why I became an actress. Right? So I go into Sephora and I prepare and I go over to one section. I'm like, that eyeshadow looks really nice, you know, and some girl goes, oh, well, that's an eyeshadow on you. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I go over to another section. I'm like, oh, my lips, they're so bare. I turned into Foghorn Leghorn. I'm like, I'll set my lips, they're so bare. Get my whole face done for free. Thank you. I still think that they should allow that at other businesses as well. Like, I want to go to the movie theater and be like, I've never seen this movie before. Perhaps I could watch all of it first and go from there. Oh, I've never owned a convertible before, Mr. Dealer. How about we just let me have this car until it runs out? It just breaks. I don't know. Yeah, some people don't like that. Oh, I've never had a baby before. Oh, wow. I've heard this thing that men are visual creatures. Have you ever heard that before? That men are visual creatures. Okay. Yeah, I heard that. My mom always tells me that. She always is like, Christine, you gotta dress sexier. Men are visual creatures. I'm like, Mom, that sounds like a superpower or something. if you told me a cat was a visual creature, totally. I mean, they can see in the dark, but men get called visual creatures because they like boobies. Like, I don't think that's fair. And women, we don't have anything cool like that. What do women get called? Anybody? Patty Jenkins? What a fun name, by the way.
You recognize me, right?
Patty Jenkins. I don't know. Your name was you're just like in the center and your name's Patty Jenkins. It's the coolest name. It's like a fake name and I'm here for it. And I'm with you, Patty Jenkins.
Of Wonder Woman. That's why.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman director, right?
Oh, I did not know that. Hold on. As I was saying. Okay. Was I talking about? Okay, I got you, Jason. Something about visual creatures. Yes, visual creatures. Women, we don't have a cool name like that. We don't get called anything. But if anything, I think we should be called auditory creatures. Okay, because we can hear stuff you didn't even say.
Oh my.
So true.
Oh my.
Like, oh, you think I look good today? Okay. So I didn't look good yesterday. Loud and clear. You guys have been so much fun. Thank you so much for letting me entertain you with show business. Give it up for Jason and happy birthday, Linda.
Nicely done, Christine. And get a little love for Christine Little, everybody. Come on. She was awesome. I miss work. She's hard to book ever since she became a homeowner in Venice. But you got a lot of great comments there, Christine. You have to check them out. Julia said that she said stay single. It's easier that way. And Nancy
Excellent.
Yemen said, "You're so funny." And so did Aurora Castro. And
Aw.
Patty Jenkins gave you an ROTFL. Is that what it is?
Oh.
Which is like a golden buzzer. It's practically, that's, get any higher.
Thanks, PJ. That's your new nickname.
Now she's PJ. We already have a PJ and he's a dude.
Oh.
So, and where are you at again, PJ? You're Kansas, right?
No, Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. That's right. That's right. Okay. So everybody, this is our next show. Ready? Share screen. There it is. October 23rd. We're going to be back with James Connolly, Cyrus Steele. He's in Georgia, and Jimmy Della Valle, who's on a ship right now. But mark the date and tell a friend. We're going to keep doing this so long as you keep coming. We're just going to be our own little community here. I hope we can keep growing it, actually. I'll do this into the sunset if you let me. Okay. Are you guys? Yes. Are you guys ready for your next comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Bring him on.
Bring him on. Bring it on. I can't remember where he moved to, but he'll tell you. I think he moved to Minnesota or Wisconsin. But he used to live here in LA and a super funny guy. He also works the cruise ships quite a bit. Put your hands together for my funny friend, Kirk Smith.
Thanks. Thanks, Jason. No, a little place called New York City.
Oh.
It's hard to remember. Yeah, I did 5 years in LA. That was my penance. I will not go back unless you book me to write something. It was good. I'm a New York guy. I mean, I feel like this face is like the off-duty cop look. Yeah, so I'm a New York guy. Unless you're from the South, and then I look like a failed youth pastor. So welcome, my Southern friends. I'm a little older than I look. I feel like I aged out of LA. My kids are 22 and 24.
What?
Yeah, I got married when I was 10. Yeah. My daughter wants to get married, and the guy she's with doesn't want to ask permission. I feel like the new generation of men are very brave online. Like these YouTube comments, very brave. In person, not as much. You have to ask. You have to ask, buddy. I'm old school. Listen, you want to marry my daughter, you have to come over to my house, knock on my door, and fight me. And he doesn't have a dad, which is like, nobody has a dad anymore. And he wants me to be his dad, so I look like a 1950s dad. I'm like, I don't want to be your dad, bro. Fine, I'm your dad and I'm her dad. Stop dating her sister. I feel like the new generation of kids, nobody has kids as young. You know, I was 23 and I'm my first kid, and now everybody has dogs, which I guess makes sense. Dogs are very loyal, Plus, there's a famous saying that says, "If you want a friend, have a dog." Right? There's no saying that says, "If you want a friend, have a kid." He's going to resent you forever. Yeah. Plus, you don't have a hard day at work and you're nervous. You're like, "Wow, I hope Sparky's still not pissed at me because I won't let her smoke and get a tattoo." So I'm a New York guy. I escaped during the pandemic. I did 2 months in Florida. Florida's open. They decided there's no pandemic, so that was nice. And the gym's completely open. Open. Old men at the gym, so brave. Just walking in the locker room, no towels. Yeah. Drying off their little bodies, those hand dryers. Yeah. Hearts slapping together so hard it sounds like an applause break.
Oh, God.
This is as clean as I can make this joke. And what they'll do is they'll lock eyes with you straight to conversation, just drying themselves off. Hey, the government's coming for our guns. I'm like, who came for the towels? It's the same guy. We're in trouble. I saw this in Florida. This is true. I was at Side Splitters. Doesn't matter. 5 strangers in line, height of the pandemic, all wearing masks, and good little soldiers. One of the guys takes off his mask, lights a cigarette, and and they all shared it.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Good. How are you doing?
The COVID sig.
That's like wearing a helmet all day. And then you get to your motorcycle, like, well, I'm done with this. Let me just get on my bike. Born to be dumb. Yeah. One nice thing about Florida, a lot of Spanish. This is surprising. The weird thing about looking like Hitler's wet dream is I actually grew up in Ecuador and El Salvador, which is so surprising. I know my name is Kirk Smith, which is as white as it gets.
Oh, well, no, I just
Here in New
I'm
York,
probably gonna bring some up myself,
I'm a
but
Bronx guy,
you know.
and when I moved to the Bronx, my buddy was like, "You're moving to the Bronx? You're not scared to live in the Bronx?" And then I had to explain. I was like, "No, man, I grew up in the '80s in El Salvador."
That's what I.
Yeah. Which is like growing up now in El Salvador. And then moved to Ecuador. Now, Ecuador is a little country. In New York City, we have a lot of Dominicans, a lot of Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. Every once in a while, I'll meet somebody that's like third generation from Ecuador. And then they won't believe me that I'm from Ecuador because I look like a Bible salesman. So they'll be like, "You're from Ecuador? Which part?" And then I'll tell the truth.
Bible salesman.
La ciudad, Guayaquil. El vecindario Ordesa, pero también vivimos un chance en La Garzota. No sé si lo ubicas. And then
Bless
they'll
you.
say, "I don't speak Spanish." Third generation, never speak Spanish. Yeah, I love soccer, even though I look like a failed high school quarterback. Yo, U.S. Beat Mexico a few weeks ago in soccer.
What?
Nobody cares. Okay, it's a it's a big deal because the last World Cup, U.S. didn't even qualify, which is embarrassing considering a country of our size. You don't qualify. Mexico, yeah, and they have 100 million Mexicans. The U.S. did not qualify.
We have
We have 100 million Mexicans. The president was like, "Some of these Mexicans are rapists and murderers." I'm like, "Some of them play defense." As political as I get, guys. That's it. Soccer joke. That's it. Because I don't like politics. I'm widowed, so I'm starting over, dating again, doing it again. And I will tell you this: if you're in a tough relationship, just stay in it. There's nothing out there. That's sad laughter. That's my favorite, guys.
It's true.
I just hear one guy go, "It's true." I've dated 2 diabetics, so clearly I have a type. Type 1. Listen, they love a sugar daddy. They love a sugar daddy.
No.
Oh, tough room. A lot of people lost toes in this little chat. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I bought a shirt at Costco, and one of my buddies caught me, and he started calling me Costco Kirk. My name is Kirk, which honestly really hurt because it's accurate, and I love Costco. Every time I go to Costco, I'm like, this really is my land. I like it here. So I was like, listen, make fun of me all you want. I go to any bar in the Midwest. I pull out that Costco card. Those single moms know they come home with me. They leave in the morning with a case of toilet paper. So win-win. I dated a second grade teacher for a minute. Now, second grade teacher, they're very positive, and it's great for your ego. I recommend it. We were hanging out. I parallel parked. I kind of screwed it up, and she was like, "Kirk, that was terrific. Your mom would be so proud." We're making out. She gives me those gold stars. I was saying, my buddy is like, "You have a watermelon sticker on your forehead." I was like, "Oh yeah, I was a good boy earlier." I forgot.
Oops.
I went on a first date with a girl, and and she was like, "I want to have 13 kids."
Oh.
I was like, "I already have 2 kids. What do I have? 15 kids? What am I, Mexican, Mormon, Amish?" Listen, next time you go on a first date, so there's going to be a next time. You got to ease the guy into that. Tell him, listen, I want to have 2, and then just whisper litters of kids. Enough for 2 basketball teams, a ref, and a sub. I dated a nurse for a minute, mostly because I have health insurance. Now, yeah, I'm a comic. Here's the deal: ER nurse, a very hard job, and you can't complain about your data nurse. That's how that works. Yeah, you know, they don't take kindly to it. I had an issue for this movie. I didn't get it. I was upset. I started to tell her, and she interrupted me. She said, you think it hard to at work today? Because for me, today at work, somebody took a crap on me. And then died. Little dark. I love the comments in the background. Who is this guy? I wonder if I can say this joke. Next joke. Here we go. I think I can
say it.
All right, here we go.
Do it.
I'm like, is this supposed to be G or PG? I can't remember. PG, right? Here we go. PG. Okay.
13.
I went up. I'm trying to get this fired. I went on a first date with a girl, and she's like, hey, listen, I think you should know, in order for us to have sex, we'd have to be married. I was like, all right, take it easy. The first date. Let's just see how this goes. And the date was pretty good. At the end, we're kind of making out, and she goes, hey, how about you suck my toes? I was like, hey, listen, I think you should know, in order for me to suck your toes, we'd have to be married. We would have to hire somebody to suck your toes. If you have Craigslist, somebody will pay us if you have Craigslist. That's the cleanest I can make that joke. Here we go. How are we doing on time, Jason? Am I supposed to be keeping track of this, or are you keeping track of this?
You see me?
How are we doing on time? Am I supposed to keep track, or are you supposed to keep track?
Un momento, or un minuto. You speak Spanish?
Por favor. Yo, when I speak Spanish, doesn't it look like you're watching Telemundo and it's been dubbed?
Yeah.
Some white guy wanders in. It's like, Maria. All right, I'll get out of here. You guys have been great. Add me on Instagram. It's Kirk Smith Comedy. Instagram, Venmo, Grindr. It's all the same. Kirk Smith Comedy. Last little joke. I couldn't handle LA. It wasn't for me. Here's the difference between LA and Ecuador. In LA, I had a meeting with an agent who was like, hey, you have a good look. You could totally play a doctor. In Ecuador, I could just be a doctor. Great. My name is Kirk. Have a great night, guys.
All right. Kirk Smith, everybody. Let him hear it. Kirk Smith.
Thank you, Kirk.
Thank you, guys.
Nicely done, brother.
Telemundo.
And Kirk is one of the people who saved our butts tonight. So extra shout out to him.
Kurt.
And we've got a couple of people. We got a couple of people watching from New York. I know Laurence and Esther are both out there. One's in the Bronx. Are you in the Bronx, Kirk?
I was a Bronx guy. I just moved to Brooklyn because career's going better, which is I probably shouldn't say.
Moving on up. Yeah, my mom said that she had me when she was 10. So we have that in common. Actually, Ian Durney said we look like brothers. I think that's flattering to me more than anything.
Oh, right.
Well, here we go.
Man,
Once upon a time, Kirk, I had a good run, man. So this is our tip jar. If you guys are inclined that way and want to support the comics, we always make that possible. I have to do Tony's spiel on my own. I'm not used to having to do that. And by the way, Dan, you had a lot of good comments over there. Nancy Yimmons loved your observational humor. Jan Powers Garza thought you were super funny. She liked your joke about speaking Spanish. So check those out, man. Okay, well, let's
Check
keep
out my
this
book,
up.
guys.
Check out Kirk's book, which you can find at
Amazon. I got a couple books on Amazon. Yeah, check them out.
How about Kirk Smith on Amazon? Because I'm sure there's no other Kirk Smith on Amazon. What's the title of one of the books, Kirk?
Rice Krispies with Ketchup, and the one that just came out is called Moving. Yeah.
Moving.
OG at the end.
All right, Moving. I like it. I'm gonna check it out. I just finished a book by Slash, so I'm ready for like words that have 5 or more letters.
2-syllable words. You're ready.
2-syllable words. Yeah. I could go for a semicolon now and again too. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Your next comedian is the other comic who stepped in at the last minute. He's actually one of very few return guests to live comedy in your living room. We've had, I don't know, maybe 500 different comics on, and some of them just leave an impression, and this guy is one of them. He is in San Diego these days. He's got his own podcast. He's been on Laughs on Fox. He works at cruise ships. Put your hands together for Leo Flowers.
Hey, Leo!
Leo!
Thank you guys for having me. I love that this is a PG-13 show. I don't know what that means. Jaws and Poltergeist were PG, so I don't know. I have no idea what these ratings mean at all. Gremlins was PG. That was the most terrifying movie of my childhood, watching Spike jump out the Christmas tree with a knife. Yeah, I don't know what these ratings mean. I need more specificity. That's what I need. I love that, like, even like PG movies are supposed to be like family friendly. I got to be honest, when I'm watching like a Disney movie or a rom-com, I don't want my family around me because I cry. I don't need them to see me cry. You know, I feel like those should be restricted. Like just me alone crying with my own tears at the end. It's embarrassing to cry at the end of a movie. Where I need parental guidance is on those rom-coms. That's when I need somebody to hold me. I need my mom and my dad around to hold me during this finale of the rom-com. When they get together, I need guidance right there. I need to know that everything's gonna be okay. I feel good. This is, this whole quarantine COVID has it's changed my perspective on a lot of things. I used to feel like life was all about survival of the fittest, but there are a lot of people who are surviving this COVID who I had money on not making it. You know what I'm saying? Was I the only one taking bets like, oh, he ain't gonna make it a week? He does crack. Like there's people walking around looking healthier after post-COVID than I was like, you still here? How are you still here? My friend with 6-pack abs is dead. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Like I'm eating at Whole Foods, eating out the garbage can. How are you still here? Like what's at the bottom of that trash can that I don't know about? Because I'm spending way too much money on kale. That's what I feel like. I have friends who go to Jack in the Box every day, and they're like, "Hey, Leo, how you doing?" I'm like, "How is this possible?" I just spent. All right, just my inner voice speaking through. Yeah, because I think we all learned that survival of the fittest. I'm like, why did the dinosaurs are extinct and cockroaches are still running around? Are you telling me they're stronger and more than a T-Rex? I don't understand. There's something they're not telling us right now. I think it's survival of the friendliest, right? Like everybody I know who's super friendly, super nice, they seem to be doing okay. They make it through the tough times. And then my friends who are not so nice, they go bye-bye. They go bye-bye very soon. No joke there. It's just an observation. I'm just, here's the thing. I just turned 45 and thank you. And, you when you turn 45, you really start to like take your health more serious, because your body is not able to do the things it used to do. But I feel like Instagram, they should have an Instagram for people over 40, because all the fitness people on Instagram are in their 20s. I don't care what your morning routine is, Jennifer. You're 21. You can do anything in the morning and still function. You can do heroin. You can stay up for an hour. Like when I was 21, just one time I got the flu, I had the 24-hour flu. I was in a hospital overnight and still went to my final at 8 a.m. and got an A on it. Like, that's the kind of thing that you can do in your 20s.
Yeah.
Now, if I have allergies, I'm done for the weekend. Like, you know, if I had just a little extra cheesecake, that's a wrap. Like, there's gonna be back pain, sciatica, right? Like when I go out now, everything I do is determined by how comfortable the chairs are. That's where I'm at in my life. Like, how long can I sit down in these chairs? Because like somebody just released a movie, it's 4 hours long. I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to spend $20 twice because there's no way I'm gonna sit through a 4-hour movie. Like, who is this for? Jennifer? Because it's not Julio Flowers. I'm 45 and my right side gives out after 30 minutes of anything. I gotta set a timer to get up and move around occasionally. It's just ridiculous that we're like taking advice from young people. You know, do you know who I look up to? Betty White. Yes. Betty White is 99 years old. She has 2 movies coming out this week and a mixtape. Like, this is my idol right here. You know, anything she say to do, I'm doing. She say play bingo, B23. Let's go. You know, like that's my idol. You know, Clint Eastwood is 91 years old.
Yeah.
91, and he has a girlfriend. He has a girl. What's his morning routine? That's what I want to know. Drinking Clint Eastwood. Tell me what's in that smoothie, brother. Because you got a girlfriend at 91. You're doing something right, man. I want to give me the secret sauce, brother. That's, you know, like I don't care what you're doing, Jennifer. You're fine. You're going to be good. You can cut your arm off when we grow it back. Like, tell me Sidney Poitier is doing. What are these people? What's Tina Turner up to right now? That's what I want to know.
Hacking on her legs.
I also, like, I think about my health, but I also think about like the meaning of, like, you start reevaluating life. I understand like that whole midlife. It's not so much a crisis, but like I'm having more like a reflection. And I realize I've lived this whole time up to this moment trying to be better than my dad, right? I just wanted to, like, my dad played high school football and has a bachelor's. I played college football and I have a master's. So my son has to go pro and get a PhD. Right? You be watching the game on the tackle, number 97, Dr. Flowers. It's like, Andy fixed it, Dr. Flowers. And I'm glad you guys are laughing about that. I appreciate you, Bill. Because some of my friends think that's too much pressure to put on my son. And I'm like, nah, the real pressure is on my grandson. Right? He has to own an NFL team and cure COVID. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a lot of work to do. Right? He's got to learn some languages, is what I'm trying to tell you. And, you know, I definitely do want my son to play football and get involved. And people are like, aren't you worried about CTE? I'm like, yeah, but I'm more worried about him having a desk job. I'm more worried about CTS, carpal tunnel syndrome. Nobody talks about that. It's real, people. All this right here, when your wrists go, everything else does too. You can't wipe your butt after that. You can't send out text messages. Like, carpal tunnel syndrome is under talked about and underreported, people. It's a national health threat, you know? And the reason why I talk about wiping my butt, because I just had my first colonoscopy.
Oh yeah.
And,
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's hot.
See, I had to wipe my butt so much from the stuff I drank. I sprained my middle finger. Do you understand? you don't realize how important that finger is until you can't use it for a week. You know, like, I'm like, forget CTE, CTS. Like, this is real, people. Spraining the finger. I'm like, listen, I'm looking at the audience. You've all had a couple colonoscopies. At least you should have by now. Some of you got an anniversary coming up right now, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, God.
The amount of diarrhea that I had I don't understand why people don't immediately go out and buy a bidet. Like immediately get that water fountain for your butt, people. It's an amusement park. Have some fun. Like, listen, I bought a bidet immediately. And let me tell you, if you know what it is, it's just like a little water fountain for your butt. You know, it's a little Venetian. It shoots up in different colors and there's music that plays. It's a wonderful experience. I put a photo booth in my bathroom now. Like listen, because if you're like me, when I go to the bathroom and I walk out, I'm like, hey, you don't want to go in there, right? But now that I got a bidet, I'm like, you want to check that out. You know, I gotta like, you gotta pay to use my bidet now. Like there's a little coin thing, and it's an experience. So don't. And if you had a colonoscopy, it's so strange because my doctors gave me a photo of my colon. They gave me a bunch of photos. I'm like, what's the photo for? They're like, we just want you to see the work we've done. I'm like, yeah, I trust you to get the work. We're in a hospital. You're in a lab coat. You got a stethoscope. Like, we didn't do this in the alley behind a strip club. Like, I don't need evidence that the work was done. I trust you. Like my insurance approved it. I approved it. I saw the Yelp reviews. I don't need, like, who's keeping the photos? That means people are like showing this off of like, here's the work done. Like, it got really tricky around the small intestine. Like, what is this? What is this for? It's a creepy thing, people. I don't need the evidence. Thank you so much. But I have so many friends who won't get it, just like people who won't get the shot. And it's like, I'm just trying to be healthy because, like, going back to my dad, he literally had all the diseases. He had lung cancer, heart disease, diabetes, right? Oh, and diabetes to the point where they had to amputate his right leg.
All right. That's bad.
That's how bad diabetes is.
I'm sorry, honey.
But that's also how good donuts are. Because it's not like he ate one donut and then they took his leg. He had so many donuts. And they're like, we're going to take your leg. And what? What was that?
The donut amputation?
The
donut amputation?
Yes.
I know they don't list that as a side effect on the donuts. You know what I'm saying? They should. It should come in at like how they put warning packages. I see you, Louis. I see you down there, Louis, with the donuts. You know, and donuts warn you, right? If you listen to it carefully, donut, do not. Like, there's a hole in the middle. It's like we're gonna take your leg. Like it's not gonna fill the void. Like the donut is trying to warn you before you even get to it. I'm very thankful that my dad actually had the amputation because I feel like he's like my ghost of Christmas future. You know what I'm saying? He's like, if you continue to eat like this is what would happen. So I'm very happy for him, and I'm not shaming him. Listen, I'm a late night looter. Any midnight snack eaters in this group? Any midnight marauders? Any kitchen terrorists right there? Oh yeah. Listen. Every time me and my girl, like, she wants to go to bed, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna stay down here and clean up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a secure the premises. and then I get out the WD-40 and I spray down the door hinges so she can't hear me going in the pantry. And then I get, because you ever notice how loud snacks are at midnight when you're trying to be quiet? It's the loudest thing in the world, you know. It's embarrassing. That's why I bought myself a weighted blanket so I could throw it over me and muffle the noise as I go through. I dip my Pringles in water is what I'm trying. How much time do I have left, Jason? I forgot to time myself. Okay, wrap it up. Sorry about that. Here's the thing: is I realized that people talk about like how'd you become a sugar addict? Why is it sugar? Here's what I realized. You know how weed is the gateway drug? You know what the gateway drug is for sugar? Applesauce. Remember, my buddy has a baby, and when I saw the baby get applesauce for the first time, the pupils dilated. The baby developed motor skills. I was like, oh yeah, you had this the whole time? It was like, it pushed all the green stuff to one side and was like, give me the spoon, I got this. I was like, oh yeah, that sugar is real, baby. I'm Leo Flowers, you guys are great. Thank you so much.
Nicely done, man. Leo Flowers, everybody.
Good job, Leo.
Flowers.
So fun.
Funny. Super
Can you guys
funny.
see me right now?
We did. Now you're still.
All right.
Now it's
how
just a
about
prom
now?
picture.
I don't know how to get my. You can see me?
Yeah, I can see it.
To see Jason,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, but you're not spotlighted.
You're like in the fifth
It's in the
scene.
gallery view.
That's
All right. Okay.
You're not spotlighted.
I'm not in my own gallery here, so what are you gonna do? You know what? It's so hard for me to cut a $200 check to Zoom every month when this kind of thing happens. I'm telling you. But okay, it doesn't matter. If you can hear me, I'm here. If you can see me, great.
We can see
you.
There
you are.
Right there. You're right there.
Yes, it made the host. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't even care anymore. Just don't care. Well, great job, Leo, on short notice. I love that headshot, by the way. I'd hire that guy for anything.
Fine.
My mom said that. I was going to tell you, Patty's mom. She eats whatever she wants. She loves her beer. She's outlived Jack LaLanne.
Okay.
Darren Viamonte loved your 40+ jokes. Darren's a good friend of ours on the show. My mom said her side is hurting. She's laughing so much.
Yeah.
Diane still plays single tennis at the age of 70-something, which is no married people on. Never mind. That was really bad. And
No, it wasn't.
singles tennis. I know. It's not even worth repeating.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. And Misty said that Amazon has deals on bidets. So she's dropped a link in the chat section in case you want to follow up. We're not just laughing, we're learning, folks. That's what it's about. Okay, well, we have one more comedian, and he's a super funny guy. He's coming to us from the Bay Area. He has been, he's a real big deal in the corporate world. He's been in the San Francisco International Comedy Competition, Dry Bar Comedy. Put your hands together for the very funny Dan St. Paul.
Hey, how are you? How is
Hi.
everybody? Everybody good?
Awesome.
Greetings from San Francisco. How's everyone enjoying the new variant? Everybody,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, I am not a fan. I prefer the first COVID, the COVID OG, as I like to call
What are
it.
we on?
Yeah, I mean, because remember, during the first COVID, there was no traffic. No traffic at all.
That's right. Yeah.
And it was great. It was. I mean, yeah, people. The hospitals were full, but the rest of us are on the freeway going wee. And I thought for sure traffic reporters would get laid off, right? But no, they were still working. I'm listening to the radio, and there seems to be a stall on the El Camino at Millbrae Avenue. It's about 9 cars deep. Oh, wait a minute. The light turned green. All clear now. Back to you. It got hard for me not performing because this is my life's blood. You're used to getting those, all that reinforcement doing stuff. I couldn't even tell a simple knock knock joke, I go knock knock and they go, okay, who's it? Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my mask. Okay, are you 6 feet away from the door? I'll tell you what. Leave the punchline on the porch. I'll pick it up after you go. I'm sure it's very funny. So that was difficult. I would walk into my bank with a microphone. They didn't like that. I'll be here all transaction. It's so nice to do these, at least, and some live shows are coming back. That's very nice. I should have shaved tonight. I realize that as you get older, it's very important to shave because if you don't shave for a few days and you're 30, then you look sexy, you look macho. But if you don't shave for a few days and you're almost 70, you look like a drunk asleep in the back of the bus. So I'm taking stock of what I do now. I don't do anything just willy-nilly because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want my obituary to read mildly successful comedian found dead on airport toilet playing Candy Crush. I don't want that, on my tombstone. And I'll tell you something, because I don't get up until I reach the next level, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I finish what I started. I'm watching what I say now. I have to do that because we lose our filter as we get older. A few years back, I was working in Florida, and the audiences there are a little bit older. They don't use Uber. They call an ambulance just in case. And after my show, this woman approaches me and she says, "Oh, you were so funny. I couldn't believe it when you said you were 65. I said to my friend, he doesn't look 65. But now that I see you up close, you kind of do." So I moved away. But what's funny is like I'm a boomer, right? And I'm not the only one who's getting older though. Generation X is up to like 55 now. Remember them? The punk rockers? Yeah, they're getting up there. I didn't believe it until I saw a guy wearing a mohawk toupee. It was really weird. And he had tight black jeans with rips in them, size 46 waistline, and combat boots with Velcro straps. It was very strange. But, I think when you try to, look young and you're not, it's really a disservice to yourself. First of all, you sound stupid. I have a friend of mine who's my age. He calls me up, "Damn, we got to go to this new bar, man. It's really happening." And I said, "Dude, I'm 69. I've already happened." And, he's one of these guys who can't deal with his hair loss, and so he started spray painting his head. He bought this stuff called GLH, good looking hair. It should be called SIC, soot in a can, because that's what it is. You spray it on whatever hair you have, and it gloms onto it to make it look thicker. He has 3 good hairs, and now they each have to support 10 pounds of black Christmas tree flock.
Oh dear.
It's sad. He goes, "I'm not really losing my hair. I just got a bald spot." I said, "Dude, you're bald. What you have is a hair spot." And I know another guy who wears a toupee in this day and age. It's very odd, and he's a comedian. He goes on stage and he takes it off, and people freak out because it's so real, lifelike. He goes on vacation and he leaves it in the hotel room to go swimming, and when he comes back, it was gone. He never found it. Someone had stolen his toupee. Why do you steal somebody's toupee? Does your hamster need a throw rug? What possible use do you have? And it cost him $900. $900. Yeah, he wasn't happy with my reaction. Wow, what a bummer to lose your hair twice. And, I think it's much healthier to just sit back instead of trying to look younger. Sit back and appreciate everything that you've done up to this point in your life and celebrate those things. I think that's a great thing. I'll be celebrating 35 years of marriage next month. So thank you. 4 incredible women, and just one, my beautiful wife Cara, who I love and fear, and And we have celebrated many momentous occasions together. As a matter of fact, just last week, we were looking in the mirror and we both realized that our breasts are starting to sag at the same time. We'll never forget that moment. We won't. I have a trick. To see if I'm still in shape. I'll get out of the shower and then I'll look down. And if my chest is sticking out farther than my stomach, I feel like I'm in still pretty good shape, But lately my stomach is starting to catch up. So I may have to bite the bullet. I think I'm going to have to get breast implants. But I live in a little town called Foster City. It's just south of San Francisco. And it's in the Silicon Valley. I think it is anyway, because my neighbor has a 4-year-old daughter with a lemonade stand that has a cloud-based customer relations management software solution. I live a few blocks away from Google headquarters, which kind of blows me away because Google is probably the most recognized word in the world right now. And I can ride my bike there. Just imagine if Google were developed somewhere else, like, I don't know, let's say New Jersey.
Oh,
Your search results would be totally different. You type in, where's the best place to buy an iPad? Pier 12, midnight, bring cash. My favorite website still on the internet is Craigslist. I love Craigslist because you can give stuff away. If you got stuff laying around the house, you're tired of looking at it, you don't use it, put it on free and people will come and get it. If I'm not doing nothing on a Tuesday afternoon, I'll post for fun. Like a laser printer plus urine stained mattress, must take both. Just wait for the doorbell to ring. Hi, I'm here. I'm here for the printer and so we have a wonderful recreation place here in Foster City. The Peninsula Jewish Community Center. That's where I work out. I'm not Jewish, but I take the Jewish exercise classes, low impact kvetching, just a little schwitzing. And they have a great exercise program. They put you on a treadmill, and if you try to get off, they play klezmer music. So that's a joke for two people. And I'm in spin. I do spin. You guys know what that is? Spin.
Yes.
It's a bunch of people on stationary bikes. Right, stationary bikes going nowhere fast.
Oh, it's fun.
And, it's great exercise. I'm a little bit of a spaz. I wear a helmet. And if I get tired, I get off my bike and I walk the rest of the way. But you guys go ahead. I'll meet you, okay? And they had a blood drive at the PJCC, so I went to give blood, and it's been about years since I'd given blood. And the nurse. I was not prepared for this interrogation. The nurse asked me, "Have you ever paid for sex?" And I said, "Yeah." Before they give you blood, they want to know, right? And I said, "Well, my wife's getting a new kitchen. Does that count?" She wanted to know what kind of countertops, but otherwise than that, it was fine. It was a good thing. And I am getting older. My wife and I'll close out with this. My wife and I went to see ELO. Do you guys know who ELO is? Anybody?
Yeah.
Electric Light Orchestra. This was before the virus. And we went to see him, and we took the subway here in Bay Area. We took BART, and our car was all full of boomers going to the show. except for two teenagers who had to be thinking, is the rest home on a field trip? And one guy was wearing his original ELO t-shirt, and he had gotten so large over the years, the O was just a straight line right across it. And we get to the venue, and we walk in, and there's people from volunteers from Alta Bates Cardiac Center handing out coupons: buy one stent, get one free. And there's a band playing, and and it's not ELO. And out loud, I actually said this. I said, "Oh no, there's an opener. We'll never get home at a decent hour." And we finally got to our seats, and we sit down, and the lead singer of this band, they're playing for a half an hour. He goes, "We're going to do 2 more songs." And 14,000 people go, "No, stop now." And there's one woman behind me who yells out, "Some people have aqua aerobics in the morning." Anyway, that was it. Thanks very much for listening to me, everybody. Be safe. Stay safe out there.
All right. Dan St. Paul, everybody. Let him hear it.
He was